Hey everyone, my name is Anna and I have a small little scroll saw business called TwoBiteCrafts, which you can find on Instagram and on Facebook. And lately I've been getting a lot of questions asking me how do I attach my template to my wood. So it sparked my interest because when I started scroll sawing, I couldn't find any resources on what to do, how to do it. It was kind of a figure it out and just kind of stumble across bits and pieces or tricks from this person or that person that I was following on Instagram. And I noticed that there was this lack of information, like basic information as starting points and little tips and tricks. So today, what I thought was I'm getting ready to do one of my rounds, and I thought, well, why don't I just take a few minutes and address some of the basic questions that I had a hard time finding to help out other people and to maybe get everybody just the opportunity to have hands-on basic information so that way you could just get working on your projects and scrolling and doing what you want to do. I don't have any particular fancy method as for what I do or how I do my templates. I do print them out with my printer at home. I use Publisher. What I'll do is I'll draw a circle. Say I'm doing a 16-inch round, such as one of those, which is what I'm doing. I will create a 16-inch round circle, and then I will insert a text box and do whatever text that I'm looking to do. I can position it how I want, and then I just print it out. And I kind of mess around with printer settings, but this is what I get. And it's nothing fancy. It's just a bunch of pieces of paper that I will then line up, but they don't really need to match because as you can nest them if you choose to, but I find that it's just easier for me to print it out and much less of a headache. But what I'll do is I'll just end up cutting out these letters, and you can see as for my printing that it kind of cut it off. So what I do is I take an X-Acto knife, which is super not fancy, but let me just see if I can, there we go. And I'll take an X-Acto knife and a ruler, and I just kind of line it up to where I really want to cut, and then I just make that fancy cut. I'm trying to use resources that I have at home so I don't have to go out to a box store to get something printed, or I don't have much time. I have 3 kids that go to school. One goes to preschool Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so that's kind of when I try and do my stuff. And then I just kind of line it up as best I can. It's not going to make or break your project. You can kind of see following the lines when you're scrolling that, just kind of use common sense. And that's pretty much it. So I have the opportunity to either cut out each individual letter and paste it onto my wood, or I can choose to leave it like this. So what I'm personally going to do is I have to find my scissors. Oh, this is going to be super. Oh, yeah. And I'll do just the first 2 letters just to show you what my goal is, what I'm getting after. And it all depends on the kind of wood that you're using as well. If you choose to use a large piece of wood, you can use wood, you can use MDF. It really doesn't matter. It's personally up to you. I like to use MDF, depending on my project. So here's just regular piece of MDF, nothing special about it, 1/2 inch. And I'm getting questions. So basically I'm asking, when I started out, I immediately thought, well, I will just spray my heavy duty spray adhesive to the back of my outline and put it directly onto my wood. That was great until I went to try and peel it off, and I realized that I was getting the residue left behind of the spray adhesive onto my MDF. And I mean, good luck trying to get that off, because I spent time and time and time again. And you could sand it, but then you're compromising your finish on the wood. And if you choose to spray paint, it's not going to stick. And there's no guarantee that you will take every piece of spray adhesive off of that piece of wood or MDF. So what I thought was, I had some transparent contact paper kicking around, and I decided to why don't I just go ahead and put that down first. So here's a piece that I had cut from before. I just, figure it out. Okay, well, if that's the size, and I try not to waste, so I'll cut it here and then do another slice there. I had done it before, so here is from a previous project that I had done. And I do like to go ahead and try and make sure that I do scrape it down. Try and use something that's, you can use the back of your fingernail or whatever. This is just something, my husband owns a shop, and I steal all his tools. So anyways, then I'll just go ahead and I get a scrap piece of whatever you have kicking around. I happen to have some styrofoam kicking around, so I will put paper down, make sure that, some people like to soak the lid of the spray adhesive in a little bit of alcohol, which keeps it clean and doesn't allow it to bung up. I personally don't really care. I just pick it off. I'm a picker, I like to pick. And then I just lightly give it a little bit of a, probably being overzealous about it now, but it does stink. And there's no saying that you have to use heavy duty. They are expensive. They can get expensive. They can be expensive. As long as it's just a spray adhesive, then you're really good to go. It's just personal preference. It's, again, what my husband had lying around his shop, so I kind of stole it. Just give it a little time to kind of dry. And I will go ahead and put it onto the piece of MDF, even though it's not dry. It doesn't matter, but personally for me, I feel like it doesn't matter. The good thing about this is if you have placed it down and you don't want to commit, you can peel it up so long as you haven't pressed it down. And just with your little fingers. There you go. There you have it. And my next video, I'll go over a little bit of tips and tricks for cutting. If you're new to scroll sawing, there are a few things that I had to learn the hard way. Wasted tons of material, and I would really like to just help everyone out and stop wasting. So the same thing doesn't happen to you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share, and that would be really great, and I truly appreciate it. And don't forget to follow us at TwoBiteCrafts on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much.